Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another weekly update. Okay, so, first of all, videos. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be recording the rest of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. I do like 5 videos at a shot, and like I usually record for the week at the beginning of the week. And we're almost up to we're going to be starting Dungeon 7 on Monday, and there's not much else to do in the game really. You just have to collect stuff. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be good, and we're probably gonna finish by the end of the week. I'm probably gonna go straight into Oracle of Ages, just because the Link game is an actual Link game. I don't want to like have some time in between or whatever. So yeah, that'll probably start up next week. Fun times. Um, Yeah, and that's it for that, really. As for health stuff, this past week was nice. I was feeling better, and it was good to just be able to live. Last Sunday, I had a birthday party here. A bunch of friends came by. We played Quiplash, and it was really fun. We also had a Quiplash stream Monday night. If you're around, I did it on YouTube because a lot of people have trouble with Twitch for some reason whenever I stream. Because people who don't get a lot of viewers on Twitch don't get the ability to work with the options, like quality options, so it ends up just buffering for them and stuff. It doesn't work. YouTube is different, so I might do that in the future if I work out a few other bugs. I might just stay on YouTube. A lot of people showed up for it, so yeah. Um, and let's see. So that was fun. Um, the birthday party was pretty good. And yeah, the only thing that's been, I don't know, not bugging me, but dragging at me is this like inescapable exhaustion. And it's not like a lack of sleep tired. Um, it's like it's a tired I can feel into my soul, if that makes any sense. If you felt something like that before, it's like my body is tired, and it's like just my mind is tired, and just everything is just. I know I said that last week was good, and last week was good because it was better than the week before it, but it's just this whole week. I feel something dragging at me, and it's been very tiring. I don't know what to do about it. It's most likely related to the radiation, just because it the radiation sticks around for a while in the places that it should be, and it keeps working. So there are parts of my body that are hopefully dying, but it's constant exposure to radiation, even if it's a smaller amount. So that's probably doing a number on me. I remember I felt tired last time they did this, but I don't I don't recall it being this bad, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I have like spurts of energy, and it's nice, but then I feel like, I don't know, like I'm just dragging on the ground type of tired, and just I'm not unmotivated. It's very hard to explain. It's just something that like you feel down to your core. It's an exhaustion on many different levels, and not just physically. It's weird. But Hanukkah's coming up. And that's gonna be what rejuvenates me. That's what it always is. I had to twit longer about this, but Hanukkah is very special to me. Or Hanukkah, however you want to say it. I say Hanukkah because the first letter in the word is a chet in Hebrew, which is a sound as opposed to a h. It's just harder for other people to make that sound, so they say Hanukkah. It should really be Hanukkah. But I've talked about that in the past also. But yeah. That's always the holiday that rejuvenates me. So it's gonna be nice. It starts next Saturday night, Christmas Eve this year. It's almost Christmas Eve, guys. No, I'm not gonna be running through the house in my underwear. That's something that Tim does, not me. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. It's great. I love it. But yeah. So we'll make it. We'll make it to the end of the year. We will. But yeah. Outside of that stuff that happened this week, I made a meme and it has almost 300 views on it, which is more, it has more likes than anything I've done in over a year, and it has more views than any like Let's Play video I've done in like a year and a half. I'm very upset. You can check it out on my channel. It's One Winged Angel, but every time they say Sephiroth, it gets faster. Yes. I thought it was actually entertaining, but there's a part of me that dies a little inside when I pander. It's a little part. It's not the part that's tired, though, sadly. So there was that. I worked more, or I finished up the picture with Sephiroth and Seymour. I put that up on DeviantArt. I just touched up Sephiroth a bit after getting more practice with coloring with Seymour, so I put a background, so put them together, so it's nice. Let's see. Also, this past week, Overwatch started a Christmas event, which was pretty good. There's like a snowball fight using Mei, and it's fun, although some people hate it. I think it's fun. It actually requires strategy. You can't just go in guns a-blazing. It's terrible. It's terrible. Awful. It's like dodgeball, like one hit, one kill type of thing, you know? And you have to reload after one shot. So, strategy. This contains my PlayStation 4's hard drive, the 500 gigabyte one. I bought myself... Oh, one of my friends gave me a 2 terabyte portable drive for my birthday, which was very, very useful because I was able to use it to back up my PlayStation 4 and then install a 2 terabyte internal drive. I would open this up and show you what the hard drive looks like, but I've screwed it closed and I'm not unscrewing it right now. But yeah, so I bought from bnh.com a 2 terabyte hard drive kit, essentially. It came with all the stuff. It was like $130. It came with a 2 terabyte hard drive, screwdriver, a case for the hard drive, and just a cable. And this essentially, the case turns a regular hard drive into a portable. So my 500 gigabyte hard drive technically has the PlayStation 4's memory on it, and I could probably back it up somewhere, but it's not counted as a backup, so the PlayStation 4 doesn't recognize it, which is why I needed another external to back up everything onto. It also came with a thumb drive to put the OS on if you're doing a clean install, and all your saves and things like that. So, but the regular backup also had my saves, so it wasn't necessary in the end. In the end, yeah, it's good. So I have the 500 there that I'm probably not going to touch just because I want to have a failsafe with my memory on it. I'll figure out some way to extract. But yeah, now I have a 2 terabyte portable drive, which is great. Excuse me. It's a there you go. So let's see. LaCie makes really good stuff. Can't see the name. There we go. And it's it's one of like the rugged drives that's shock proof and waterproof and all sorts of things. So this is probably going to be my travel hard drive now. But yeah. So the reason why I upgraded my PlayStation 4 was because 500 gigabytes is really small. And saying that to Dovey 10 years ago, he would have laughed. He would have laughed 10 years ago. 500 gigabytes. That's a lot. But when you have games today like Final Fantasy 15 that when you're using the disc, not the download, the disc, and it puts 70 gigabytes of data onto your system, 500 is a very small number. And over the past year, I've had to delete a lot of games off of my PlayStation 4, not to put new games on, but just so that older games can update. Because for some reason, the stupid PlayStation software requires that you have enough open space to re-download the game. Like, something like Overwatch needed over 40 gigabytes of open memory on the hard drive in order to download a 1 gigabyte patch or a 7 gigabyte patch or whatever. And it's really stupid. It's really stupid, and I don't know why they have that. But yeah, so trying to get Final Fantasy 15 to work with 70 gigabytes when I was already using up, and it's not really 500 out of the total, it's really like 440 or 400, because the system memory takes up a bunch, and 500 is an estimate because it's rounded up from partitions and whatever. It's stupid. But so I had about 40 gigabytes free, and it couldn't even download it. Like when I put the disc in, it couldn't even read the disc because it had to dump 70 gigabytes off the bat before all the patches. So after deleting a whole load of stuff, I finally got it to work. But then I got The Last Guardian, and I was like, I'm not even trying this until I upgrade. So I was finally able to upgrade to 2 terabytes, and there's so much room now. And hopefully it should stay that way for a while. It should stay open, and it's gonna be nice. I did play through the entirety of The Last Guardian, and it's really good. I did a first impressions, so you should go check that out. But yeah, the game is really good. There's a few parts I didn't enjoy. Mostly some of the puzzles were not particularly intuitive, and I actually had to look up the answer. And the answer turned out to be what I was trying, but the game wasn't registering. Like a lot of the game puzzles are trying to get Trico, the dog bird thing, to do stuff for you, and you can command him at after a certain point. You can command him to do stuff, but sometimes he doesn't listen. And the times that he didn't listen are the times I got stuck, because I was like, oh yeah, the game is pointing me at, turn this wheel to open a gate, and Trico's like pawing at it. I'm like, okay, cool, go Trico. And Trico's just like, I'm just like, okay, I guess I have to jump at it and do it myself. No, I have to walk around the area, empty. So what the heck do I do? Get Trico to tell Trico to paw at the gate. Oh. But yeah, the ending, I had to look up answers for in some places, because also it not entirely intuitive, but some of the stuff I was just being, I wouldn't say I was being stupid. Some of the stuff I wasn't thinking hard enough, that actually required a little bit of ingenuity, and I put that blame more on me than the game. But the game has a very hands-off approach, so if you're not good with puzzles like that, then I don't know, watch a Let's Play or something first. LP Squirtle King is doing a Let's Play of Last Guardian. You should check that out to see if you like it. But yeah, all in all, I would give the game like an 8.5. The ending had the feels. Had lots of feels. And the visuals are beautiful, and for the most part, I enjoyed the puzzles, and the music was great and used well. And it's it has a little bit of voice acting and a little bit of narration from the boy, but For the most part, the story you kind of have to figure out on your own, which is okay by me, because if you've seen other games I've played like Limbo or Inside, I like that. I like trying to figure out the story in a game just because it makes me invested in the setting. Because when a game just kind of tells you what to do, you can say, okay, we're here now and we have to do this, and we're here now we have to do that. But when the game leaves it up to you, you actually have to pay attention. Like, oh, we're in ancient ruins here. What's the stuff on the wall? Or why are these things chasing me? Or what's this strange contraption that's glowing? Or whatever. And you kind of have to try to piece it out for yourself over the course of the game. And sometimes the games answer you, and sometimes they don't. But it's nice. It's something I love in video games, and I like it when a game is made well enough that you can tell its story as opposed to it telling you its story. Or you can tell your story of the game. Like, meaning you're not really sure at the end whether you got it right or not, but you're satisfied in that maybe this is what happened. It's kind of like Inside. So, yeah. It's good. Which is completely different note. There's a game coming out eventually in 2017 called Tacoma that I'm really looking forward to, because it's another game. I think it's made by the people that did Gone Home, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Gone Home was fantastic too, by the way. Maybe I'll let's play it one day. I have the console version. I have it on PC also. But yeah, Tacoma is it looks like a thing where you have to explore in order to get the story, and I like that. I like that in video games. I mean, I'm okay with video games that shove the story in your face too, as long as it makes sense. But I also like games that you have to think, and that it reveals itself, like Journey also, or Abzu. It's good stuff. But yeah, so completely off topic there. Also, last night I saw Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It's good. Go see it. That's really all I have to say. I don't want to spoil anything, but it leads very well into Episode 4, like immediately preceding it, which I thought there was like time in between, but no. And they did a really good job of tying it into the Star Wars universe. And the characters are good, and I saw the ending coming. That's fine. And they had Moff Tarkin, so I'm happy. And they didn't replace his actor. They just gave him a CGI face of Peter Cushing. And that's good, because Peter Cushing was fantastic. Okay? He was like the perfect Moff Tarkin. I mean, he's the only Moff Tarkin, but you know what I mean. And they had like a lot of other characters and things that tied into the series that were like background characters and stuff like that. Also, people from Episode 4 showed up, and they really did a good job making it look like a Star Wars movie and tie into the Star Wars universe, because it is a Star Wars movie. It's a Star Wars story. But it's like not being a main number entry, but still fitting in. It's good. And the acting was nice. Characters are good, although some of them I was upset that they really didn't get as much time, but they had good people like Donnie Yen, who was in the movie Ip Man, doing all his own stunts and stuff, and he was doing it here, and that was cool. Ip Man is a good movie, and you should go see it. Also Ip Man 2. Yeah, it's good. If you're a Star Wars fan, go see it. If you've liked the previous Star Wars movies and you're not necessarily a Star Wars nerd, I still suggest it. And don't follow people online that tell you that the movie is no, I'm not even gonna go into it, because the movie was slightly ruined for me by people trying to make the movie about current events. I'm not going to elaborate further because it bothers me. I just want it to be a movie. It's people in space and starships shooting stuff, and I understand that movies can have messages too, but I just want my movie with starship battles in its own universe. Don't ruin movies for people by injecting your politics. No. That makes the movie that means it's going to be dated, and it's bad. Don't do that. Anyway, we also got Pokemon cards this week. I bought a whole load of Evolutions packs, and the Meloetta box. So just going to go through some of the highlights. We got a Here Comes Team Rocket card, which is one of the secret rares of this set, along with like Imakuni's Doduo, Surfing Pikachu, and Flying Pikachu. So yeah, I actually might have this card in Japanese from the original run. I don't know. We got a Blastoise EX, which is pretty cool. And let's see where the other stuff is. Adorable little Musharna. It's not really a rare card, but it's a reverse holo. Got a Yanmega. They also had like the Evolutions packs were like blister packs with pins. So we got like a Mega Blastoise and a Mega Venusaur. Also, obviously the Meloetta came with a pin. So it came with a Furious Fists and the Phantom Forces pack, I think. But we also got a Pidgeot EX from the Evolutions, which is pretty cool. Magneton. I love Magneton. I love the original. Here is the Meloetta card from the Generations box, which is the last one, unfortunately. We got another Surfing Pikachu. I think it's another one. I'm pretty sure we already got one, but yeah. I love the picture so much. Got a full art Zapdos. Whoa! That was from the Generations. I love Gyarados so much. This is like the old style Gyarados. Also 180 for Dragon Rage. Unfortunately, you have to flip 2 coins, and if either of them are tails, it doesn't do anything, but still. 180. And a lot of cards we have already. A lot of cards that we have already. I didn't actually get particularly lucky with the Evolutions packs, which is kind of disappointing. But got a Glaceon out of Furious Fists. We don't have many of the Glaceons or Leafeons. And I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, okay. Yanmega, did I show you Yanmega? We got a Yanmega. I don't have many Yanmegas either, which is why it's special. Special. So yeah, I'm going to try to do another Quiplash stream this week, maybe Monday night. We'll see. Worked out well last Monday night. Really depends on people's schedules, availability of co-coms, or just things in general. I don't like streaming on Sundays anymore because it's usually when Ben and Christy are out on the Pokemon card thing, and they're usually fun to have around. Listen, I get like 8 people at a stream. 2 is a lot, okay? 2 is a very large amount, a very large percentage of that. Actually, I got 8 at the Quiplash stream, but that's like a high score for me. It's usually like 3 or 4 people, so yeah. But yeah, so maybe Monday night or Tuesday night. Depends on what availability people. It also depends on other streams, because I really enjoy watching Lucajin, Misayanella, and Proton John stream. And John just streamed last night, so he's probably not going to do another stream so quickly, but Misay and Lucajin stream more randomly. And yeah, I've been enjoying the streams a lot. I'm a subscriber to them on Twitch, so I'm invested. But they're also very funny, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. MagFest is going to be awesome. It's almost here, guys. I'm so hyped. So hyped. I like dreaming about it. I'm like, wow, I'm going to be able to see these people again, and maybe they'll recognize me again. As I've spent this year actually like trying to be more visible online. And obviously I'm still a nobody, but name recognition is a lot in just getting recognized. like there's a lot of people I've befriended online here, like actually befriended online, that start off with me being like, "Oh hey, I see your name a lot on whatever. You look like a cool person." And it might not work the other way around, but you can always try. At least last MagFest, I was like, "Hey, my name is Dovey," and they're like, "Oh hey, Dovey, I know you. You're the person Yoshi Gamer Girl keeps talking about at all the PAXs." I'm like, "Yeah, I made it." Maybe I'll spend more than an hour actually like talking to people now. Although last MagFest was good. We sat with Lucagen all day, and I got to talk to Chugga and Proton John for a while, and NCS for a little bit. It's good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hyped. That's going to carry me through next year, just like MagFest carried me through this year. Like, this year sucks. But we'll talk about that January 1st. I always do a year in review, and this one is not going to be good. This one's not going to be a good year in review at all. And excuse me. Last but not least, I got myself a long cable for my PlayStation 4, because my PlayStation 4 has been having a problem where all of the controllers lag and disconnect. Now I need a tissue. All the controllers lag and disconnect randomly a lot all the time from the system. Unless like the controller's pointing at the system and like 3 feet away. And so I got myself, I've been using the cable, the charging cable, which you can use it to make a wired connection, so there's no lag or anything, but the cable is only a few feet long, so I keep pulling that PlayStation 4, I keep pulling it off the shelf because I don't like sitting below a TV. So I got a 10-foot cable, and I used it last night, and it worked out pretty well. So yeah, I'm using it mainly to see if it's a problem with the PS4's Bluetooth as opposed to the controllers, because all 3 controllers that I have are having this problem. And I find it very unlikely that all 3 controllers stopped working at the same time. I feel like it's something wrong with the PlayStation, but I don't want to have it replaced, even though technically now I can get it fixed. I send it out to get it fixed. And back up the hard drive beforehand, but I don't really want to. It's a lot of work, and because whenever they fix something like that, they have to wipe the hard drive. It's just standard operating procedure, which is why I've never sent my laptop out to get fans replaced, because I don't want my laptop to be deleted. I really don't. So yeah, I'm seeing if that's gonna help. But the 10-foot cable reached all the way to my bed here last night, so that was really nice, and I look forward to using it a lot now. I don't really mind a wired connection. If it's a long cable, then I'm not pulling anything, so it doesn't really bother me. It's also a thin cable, so it's fine. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the weekly update. Thank you for watching this long and listening to me ramble. It's very much appreciated. I'm back up today to 5,600 subscribers, which I was at in like June, and then YouTube did a sub purge, and I went down to 5,500, and it took me this long to get back. There was a time where I would get like 10 subscribers a day from the Let's Create stuff, and like it was crazy. That's not time anymore. Also, my sister-in-law and brother got me this ATA t-shirt, which I wore to the Star Wars movie last night, and it worked out well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth's 4th weekly update. And next week is Hanukkah, and Christmas. So I'll say it then, but yeah. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or whatever it is you're doing. Good, happy holidays. coming up. And I'll see you again next week. It's been Several Told Forth Weekly Update. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.